Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive into today's exciting analysis, please remember to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support really helps me keep creating valuable content for you. Today we're taking a close look at four intriguing stocks: ONDS, OPEN, ORCL, and PFE. We'll break down their recent trends, technical indicators, and potential scenarios. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just getting started, this analysis will give you a comprehensive view of these stocks from every angle. Ready to get started? Let's jump right in. Today's focus is on four stocks that have captured market attention: ONDS Holdings, ONDS, Open Door Technologies, OPEN, Oracle Corporation, ORCL, and Pfizer Inc., PFE. We'll analyze each one's recent price action, technical signals, and what might be next for investors. From technology to pharmaceuticals, these companies represent different sectors and risk profiles, making for a well-rounded discussion. We'll start with ONDS and work our way through to PFE, ensuring you get a detailed look at each. Let's begin with ONDS and see what's been driving its recent momentum. ONDS Holdings Inc. ONDS has shown remarkable price movement over the past 3 months. Starting at around $1.70 in mid-June, the stock surged to a peak of $6.72 in early September. After a slight correction, it closed at $6.56 on September 12. This consistent pattern of higher highs and higher lows signals a strong bullish trend. The momentum has attracted attention from both retail and institutional investors, making ONDS a stock to watch. Let's explore what's fueling this uptrend and how it could impact future price action. Price action for ONDS has been impressive, with a clear uptrend from mid-June to early September. Notably, trading volume has been substantial throughout this period. Key dates saw massive spikes: August 12 with 72 million shares, August 28 with 60 million, September 9 with 91 million, and September 11 with 62 million shares traded. High volume during an uptrend typically signals strong buying interest and investor enthusiasm. This combination of rising prices and elevated volume is a classic indicator of a robust bullish phase. Looking at ONDS's moving averages, the short-term SMA5 and EMA5 are both below the current closing price, indicating short-term bullish momentum. Medium-term averages, including SMA10, EMA10, SMA20, and EMA20, are also below the current price, reinforcing the bullish trend. Even the long-term SMA200 and EMA200 are significantly lower, confirming a strong long-term uptrend. When all these averages align below the current price, it's a powerful signal that the stock is in a sustained bullish phase. Technical indicators further support ONDS's bullish outlook. The VWAP stands at 2.87, well below the current closing price of 6.56, indicating the stock is trading far above its average price. This suggests strong bullish sentiment over the period. With all moving averages below the current price, the technical picture is overwhelmingly positive. Such alignment across multiple indicators is rare and typically points to continued upward momentum, barring any sudden negative news. We apply linear regression to ONDS's price action. It's clear the stock is well above its long-term trend line. The consistent uptrend from June to September shows sustained momentum, with prices staying above the regression line. This is a textbook example of a stock in a strong bullish phase where buyers consistently outnumber sellers. If this trend continues, ONDS could see further gains, but it's important to watch for any signs of reversal. Given the strong uptrend and recent closing price of 6.56, along with high trading volume, the opening price for ONDS on the next trading day is likely to fall between 6.5 and 6.65. This range accounts for overnight sentiment and any news that might affect the stock. While the trend is bullish, it's always wise to be prepared for volatility, especially after such a strong run-up. ONDS faces immediate resistance at 6.72, with further resistance at 7 and 7.5. On the support side, key levels are at 6.2, 5.8, and 5.4. With the current price closer to resistance, bullish traders should exercise some caution. Intraday patterns have shown volatility but generally favor the upside, which is typical for a stock in a strong uptrend. Monitoring these levels can help manage risk and identify potential breakout or pullback opportunities. Based on recent volatility, ONDS's ATR average true range is estimated around 0.4 to 0.5. This suggests a potential high for the next day of 7 to 7.1 and a potential low of 6.1 to 6.2. These projections reflect the stock's recent price swings and highlight the importance of risk management, especially for traders looking to capitalize on short-term moves. ONDS, a bullish scenario could see the stock break above 6.72, moving toward 7 and 7.5, supported by high volume and positive sentiment. In a bearish scenario, failure to hold above 6.2 could trigger a drop to 5.8 or even 5.4, especially if profit-taking or negative news emerges. A neutral scenario would see the stock trading between 6.2 and 6.72 as the market digests recent gain. Each scenario highlights the need for careful monitoring and flexible strategies. Summary: ONDS has experienced a significant uptrend over the past 3 months, with technical indicators overwhelmingly bullish. The stock trades well above its VWAP and all moving averages are below the current price. While the outlook remains positive, investors should watch for corrections and manage risk carefully. Company-specific news and broader technology trends could influence performance, so staying informed is key. Open Door Technologies, OPEN, has been a roller coaster over the past 3 months. Starting at just 56 cents in mid-June, the stock skyrocketed to $10.70 in early September before correcting to $9.07. This extreme volatility makes OPEN a high-risk, high-reward play. The overall trend is bullish, but the wild swings mean investors need to be especially cautious. Let's break down what's driving this action and what it means for traders. Open's price action has been marked by massive spikes and corrections. Volume has been off the charts, with days like July 21 seeing 1.8 billion shares traded, and several other days topping 1 billion shares. Such high volume during price swings suggests significant speculative interest and even possible manipulation. For traders, this means opportunities for quick gains but also the risk of sharp reversal. Moving averages for Open reinforce its bullish momentum. The short-term SMA 5 and EMA 5 are below the current price, indicating upward pressure. Medium-term averages like SMA 10, EMA 10, SMA 20 and EMA 20 are also below the current price, while the long-term SMA 200 and EMA 200 are far lower. This alignment across timeframes confirms a strong bullish trend, but the volatility means traders should remain vigilant. Technical indicators for Open are overwhelmingly bullish. The VWAP is at 3.08, far below the current closing price of 9.07, showing the stock is trading well above its average. All moving averages are below the current price, which is a strong technical signal. However, the recent correction reminds us that even in a bullish trend, sharp pullbacks can occur, especially in volatile stocks. Open's price action is currently well above its long-term linear regression line, reflecting the significant uptrend since June. The recent correction may be bringing the price closer to the trend line, which could present a buying opportunity if the long-term trend holds. This setup is typical for high-growth, high-volatility stocks where pullbacks can offer entry points for risk-tolerant investors. Given the extreme volatility and a closing price of 9.07, Open's next opening price could range from 8.8 to 9.3. This wide range reflects the uncertainty and potential for large overnight moves. For traders, it's crucial to stay updated on news and be prepared for rapid price changes at the open. Open's immediate resistance is at 10.38 with another key level at 10.7. Support levels are at 8.76, 7.42 and 6.65. With the stock currently in the middle of its recent range, the risk-reward ratio is balanced. Intraday patterns have been characterized by wild swings, so traders should use stop losses and manage positions carefully. With an estimated ATR of 1 to 1.5, Open's potential high for the next day could be 10 to 10.5, while the low could be 7.5 to 8. These wide ranges highlight the stock's extreme volatility and the need for disciplined risk management. Only experienced traders with a high risk tolerance should consider trading such volatile names. Open, a bullish scenario would see the stock break above 10.38 and move toward 10.7 or higher, fueled by high volume and positive sentiment in the real estate tech sector. A bearish scenario could unfold if the stock drops below 8.76, potentially falling to 7.42 or even 6.65. In a neutral scenario, the stock may continue to trade in a volatile range between 8 and 10.5 as the market digests recent moves. Conclusion: Open has delivered extreme volatility and a massive run-up, making it a high-risk, high-reward investment. The technical picture remains bullish, but only experienced traders with a high risk tolerance should consider this stock. Risk management and position sizing are critical, and it's important to stay updated on company news and broader real estate and technology trends. Oracle Corporation, ORCL, has seen significant price action over the last 3 months. The stock started at around $211.10 in mid-June, climbed to a peak of $345.72 in early September, and then corrected sharply to close at $292.18. Despite the pullback, the overall trend remains bullish, and the recent correction could offer a buying opportunity if the stock establishes a new base. Let's look at the details. ORCL's price action shows a clear uptrend followed by a sharp correction. Volume has been substantial, with notable spikes on June 30, 31 million shares, July 2, 22 million, September 10, 131 million, and September 11, 69 million. High volume during the uptrend signals strong buying interest, while extremely high volume during the correction may indicate capitulation, where sellers exhaust themselves and a bottom may form. Moving averages for ORCL support a bullish outlook. Short-term SMA 5 and EMA 5 are below the current price, indicating some short-term bullish momentum. Medium-term averages SMA 10, EMA 10, SMA 20, EMA 20 are also below the current price, while the long-term SMA 200 and EMA 200 are much lower, confirming a strong long-term trend. This setup suggests that despite the correction, the stock remains in a healthy uptrend. Technical indicators for ORCL are mostly bullish. The VWAP is at 199.81, well below the current closing price of 292.18, indicating the stock is trading above its average price. Most EMAs are above their corresponding SMAs, suggesting underlying strength in the trend. Despite the recent correction, the technical picture remains positive across multiple timeframes. ORCL's price is currently above its long-term linear regression line, reflecting the strong uptrend from June to September. The recent sharp correction may be bringing the price closer to the trend line, which could offer a buying opportunity if the long-term trend remains intact. This is a classic setup for investors looking for entry points after a pullback. The recent closing price of 292.18 and high trading volume, ORCL's next opening price is likely to be between 290 and 295. This range reflects the uncertainty following a sharp correction, and traders should watch for overnight news or market sentiment shifts that could influence the open. ORCL's immediate resistance is at 307.97, with another key level at 328.33. Support levels are at 291.75, 280 and 260. With the current price near support, there may be a buying opportunity if the level holds. Intraday movement has been volatile, so it's important to watch these levels closely for signs of reversal or continuation. ORCL's ATR is estimated at 15 to 20, suggesting a potential high for the next day of 307 to 312 and a potential low of 272 to 277. This wide range reflects the stock's recent volatility and the potential for significant price movements. Traders should use this information to set appropriate stop losses and targets. For ORCL, a bullish scenario would see the stock hold above 291.75 and rebound toward 307.97 and 328.33, continuing its long-term uptrend. A bearish scenario could develop if the stock falls below 291.75, potentially dropping to 280 or 260. In a neutral scenario, the stock may trade between 280 and 307.97 as the market digests the recent correction. Sum up, ORCL has experienced a strong uptrend followed by a sharp correction and now trades near a key support level. The long-term trend remains bullish, and the current price action suggests a potential bottoming process. Investors should monitor support and resistance levels closely and remember that risk management is essential, especially in volatile sectors like technology. Azure Inc. PFE has experienced moderate volatility over the past 3 months, trading in a range between roughly $23.10 and $26.10. The stock started at $24.40 in mid-June, peaked at $26.10 in mid-August, and then corrected to close at $23.87. The overall trend is neutral to slightly bearish in the short term, as the stock struggles to regain its August highs. PFE's price action has been relatively flat, with a slight correction after mid-August. Volume has been moderate, with occasional spikes such as 63 million shares on June 20 and 113 million on August 5. The recent increase in volume may indicate some concern or profit-taking among investors, but overall, interest has remained stable. Moving averages for PFE suggest a bearish outlook. Short-term SMA5 and EMA5 are above the current price, indicating short-term bearish pressure. Medium-term and long-term averages are also above the current price, reinforcing the bearish trend. This alignment suggests that the stock may continue to face downward pressure unless it can break above these averages. Technical indicators for PFE are predominantly bearish. The VWAP is at 24.84, above the current closing price of 23.87, indicating the stock is trading below its average price. Most moving averages are also above the current price, which supports the bearish outlook. However, the stock is near key support, so a reversal is possible if buyers step in. PFE's price is currently trading around its medium-term linear regression line, reflecting the relatively flat trend from June to September. The balance between bulls and bears has kept the stock range-bound with no clear advantage for either side. This setup often precedes a breakout or breakdown, so it's important to watch for changes in momentum. With a recent closing price of 23.87 and increased volume, PFE's next opening price is likely to be between 23.8 and 24. This narrow range reflects the stock's moderate volatility. Investors should keep an eye on overnight news or sector developments that could influence the open. PFE's immediate resistance is at 24.84, with further resistance at 25 and 25.5. Support levels are at 23.84, 23.5 and 23. With the current price very close to support, there could be a buying opportunity if the level holds. Intraday patterns have shown moderate volatility, typical of range-bound stocks. PFE's ATR is estimated at 0.4 to 0.6, suggesting a potential high for the next day of 24.4 to 24.5 and a potential low of 23.4 to 23.5. These projections reflect the stock's moderate volatility and can help investors set realistic expectations for daily price movements. PFE, a bullish scenario would see the stock hold above 23.84 and rebound toward 24.84 and 25, breaking out of the recent downtrend. A bearish scenario could develop if the stock falls below 23.84, potentially dropping to 23.5 or 23. In a neutral scenario, the stock may continue to trade in a range between 23.5 and 24.8 as the market waits for clearer signals. Summary: PFE has experienced a relatively flat trend followed by a slight correction and now trades near a key support level. The technical picture is mixed to slightly bearish, but a reversal is possible if support holds. Investors should monitor key levels and stay informed about sector news, as pharmaceutical stocks can be influenced by regulatory changes and company-specific events. Let's take a step back and compare all 4 stocks. ONDS and OPEN have shown strong bullish trends with high volatility, making them attractive for aggressive traders. ORCL has a solid long-term uptrend but is currently in a correction phase, while PFE is range-bound with a slightly bearish bias. Each stock presents unique opportunities and risks, so it's important to match your strategy to your risk tolerance and investment goal. No matter which stock you're interested in, risk management is crucial. Always use stop-loss orders, size your positions appropriately, and avoid overexposure to any single stock. Stay updated on company news and broader market trends, especially in volatile sectors like technology and pharmaceuticals. Remember, protecting your capital is just as important as seeking gains. Thanks for joining me in this deep dive into ONDS, OPEN, ORCL, and PFE. Each stock offers different opportunities and challenges, and I hope this analysis helps you make more informed decisions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know which stock you're watching or if there's another you'd like me to cover next. Until next time, happy investing and stay smart in the markets.